Next up, we have monopolistic competition. Now, this is very similar to both competition. And once again, we have free entry and exit. Now, in the short run, the diagram is exactly the same as the diagram for a monopoly. If the question says monopolistic competition, then we are talking about, this is not a monopoly, this is monopolistic competition where there are lots of firms. So monopolistic competition is a market structure which combines elements of a monopoly and competitive markets. The competitive market bit is their freedom of entry and exit. But also the monopoly bit is firms can differentiate their product, which means they have a downward sloping demand curve. The more inelastic demand curve, the more power the firm in a monopolistic competition has. Okay? Monopolistic competition in the long run, what happens here is, once again, if I'm going to draw the diagram on here, I will want to draw this, so I draw the demand line first, then I draw the MR curve, then I draw the MC curve here. Okay, at this point here, we want to produce at where MR is equal to MC. So this is here, prices, costs, and revenues. And this here is quantity on here. So we want to produce at this point here. Now, in the long run, in a monopolistic competition, you always make normal profit. So you must have the average total cost curve going through there. Please note that in this diagram here, we are productively inefficient and we're also additively inefficient. However, monopolistic competition is formed fairly similar to perfect competition. There are, though, some limitations of the theory, which is down here. Okay, so monopolistic firm, many firms, freedom of entry and exit, firms produce differentiated products, firms have an inelastic demand curve for their products, firms can make abnormal profits in the short run, which will attract other firms into the industry, but in the long run, they will make normal profits. Please note, in terms of efficiency, it is productively and absolutely inefficient, but it could be dynamically efficient because it makes profits in the short run, and you could get X efficiency as well. So this mainly applies to restaurants, differentiated products, hairdressers, and clothes shops. The limitations of the theory is that products will be differentiated, therefore they can actually make profits, so therefore they can be dynamically efficient. So the strict version of the diagram that I've just drawn, where it's only making all profit in the long run, there is a limitation of that theory, because if you can build up a good brand, then you can actually make profits. And there is unlikely to be complete freedom of entry and exit. Product differentiation can create a barrier to entry for that industry.